So we covered the last pass that Jason Rao used to do. Let's just talk about how, I mean, obviously there's not going to be a clear counter to this position, but let's just talk about awareness, right? So if you want to be, we want to be very careful. Tyler brings his knee up, he's applying pressure onto me. Obviously, I don't want this to be too lazy because Tyler could connect his hands around my head and crush me here, right? But I also don't want to push too hard. If I push too hard, it gives Tyler that opportunity to pass, right? So again, just to imagine, when I push super hard, Tyler's resisting it with body weight. And then when he wants to go for the pass, he moves with it out of range. So I lose touch. So the moment he capitalizes is when I lose contact with his shoulder here. So obviously, if he's getting close to me, I want to push hard. If he's moving backwards, we don't want to push too hard at this point, right? So don't be so panicked in this moment that you're bench pressing him off like this, right? That's when he's going to get it. So we have to be very careful about that. But also, if we are framing against someone here, don't be afraid to move into them. So if Tyler's putting weight into me, we can start coming underneath for underhooks. And obviously, we can start sort of resting up from half guard here. If I'm just reactive and pushing with my upper body, that gives Tyler that move, right? So if he's applying weight into us, we can sneak out and get our underhook here. Obviously, we could use our knee to bump him forward, come under the butt, start playing half guard from here, right? So again, super simple. For this technique, I think just being aware of how hard we're pushing back into them. Obviously, the more threatening, the more imposing the person on top is, probably the more likely you're going to be panicking, pushing back. So give it the appropriate level of frame and force, and don't be afraid to come into them at times, because that's going to make them more concerned about just resting their entire body weight on top of you.